Coach, what's style of play for the Bulls this year, and who are players to watch on that team?
Last year, I think they were one of the slower teams pace-wise. They were probably mid-60s. This year, they're significantly better. I think they averaged 59 points a game last year. This year, they're up to 71. But they got three key transfers: Tyler Harris from Memphis, Sota Miguel from Kansas State, and Keyshawn Bryant from South Carolina. All three of those guys started and were major pieces. So it's been a little bit snake bit. They're 0-3, but they're up, I think, 13 at Memphis. They're up 14 Sunday against Wichita State. With 3.5 to go, they're ahead of Temple. So they're in a position to win all their games. I think anytime you have trying to put a new team together, I think that's the last step is winning. But they're right there. You know, they've got an outstanding coach in Brian Gregory. Brian and I go way back. We share our Michigan State days together with Judd Heathcote. So Brian's an outstanding coach, really is. He's got good players. The Chachua kid's one of the most improved players, I think, in the country. When he first got there, Burley moved off the block. Now they've got him out making decisions at the three-point line, running split action both sides. They're really athletic, one of the better rebounding teams in the league. Harris is, he's like a ticking time bomb. Way he shoots threes in transition. So it's got to, we just got to be prepared, man. Every team's a challenge. For us, we focus on what's in front of us, and what's in front of us right now is, we got back from Cincinnati on Sunday, and yesterday was kind of a cleanup recovery day, and today will be a heavy prep day, as we'll be shoot around tomorrow before the game. Focus on how we're going to guard these people.
Thank you, Chris. We'll go to Mark Perman with Fox 26. Mark, please go ahead.
Kelvin, can you give us an update on how Ramon and Jarris are doing?
Ramon's going to take a little time away from the team and work on Ramon right now. But we love Ramon. He's still a huge part of our program, but we support him and everything he's going through. Jarris had a pretty rough day yesterday. I think he's feeling a lot better today.
Thank you, Mark. Andy, did you have a question? Jimmy? Everybody?
I did, but
sorry, Andy, do you have a question, Andy?
I did, but Berman took it. But I guess jumping off what we spoke about on Sunday in regards to never overreacting, or I guess never getting too high or too low on one performance from a particular player. When you look at Bill Sessions' coach, when it comes to the younger players, how important is it to be able to highlight in those positive performances? Like, here's the good that you were able to do, but also here's what we can work on, and continuing to build that relationship throughout the course of the season with younger players in particular to show that you have that trust in them. Is that something that's pivotal in being able to continue to build that trust in those younger players?
Yeah, the more they play, the better they'll get.
We'll go to Greg Bailey with KTRK. Greg, go ahead, please.
Hey, Kelvin, just drawing on some of the conversations we've had about, you learning so much from your time in the NBA. You guys have a very unique schedule with one game this week. How vital is the time that you'll get, whether it's for rest or practice, clean stuff up, all that business? How vital is that? How valuable is that to your team in kind of a unique schedule?
You're talking about the time between South Florida and our next game?
Yes.
Yeah, well, everybody's beat up this time of year, all teams. There's all injuries that you guys have no idea about. The guys are fighting. John, there's always a time for guys to come in to get treatment. And It seems like over half our teams dealing with something this time of year. A shoulder, a wrist, ankle, knee, elbow, hip, brain, something. We're always dealing with something, but anytime you can take time, it's changed over the years too. Now with June, July, and August in play, those 8 weeks in the summer, I was telling Hollis and Kellen and Quantas, when those guys played for me at Oklahoma, I didn't see them until school started in August, and we didn't start working out until after Labor Day officially. We didn't have a lot of individual workouts back then, and just play pickup games. Or 4-on-4, 2-on-2, 1-on-1. We didn't have that kind of staff back then. Everything's changed. But now you've got to be cognizant of their bodies. Obviously, that's something we're pretty good at is getting our kids through January and February and being in a position to play well in March. But taking care of their bodies is a huge part of it. But that's why, with our, different pools and rehabs and recovery equipment, we've got a great trainer in John Houston. Coach Bishop does a great job with our maintenance, their weight training. It's full time, man. 12 months a year. There's nothing seasonal about coaching basketball.